Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Bernadette and I'm a creative business consultant and a mindset coach, and it's really lovely that you're joining me here today. In today's episode I'm going to be talking to you about what is the difference between group coaching versus a mastermind, and how can you know which is the right one for you. As always, I have written a blog post about this, so if you just sort of check below and it will have a link to take you directly to the blog article if you would prefer to read about it instead. As always, I'd love it if you can hit subscribe and tell me in the comments whether you have taken part in any kind of group coaching or mastermind yourself. Okay, so on with the show. So what is a mastermind and what is group coaching, and how can you tell which is which and which one is going to be right for you and the growth of your business? So let's talk about group coaching to begin with. So group coaching is normally led by a coach, and it will normally have a set curriculum that you are following. So you will all be learning the same thing each week or each month, however long that it is, and then there will be normally calls with the coach where they can answer any questions that you have. The training is normally released at a set time each week or each month. I've done group coaching programs before and I will probably do it again, but at the moment I have numerous passive online courses, but I also have my mastermind. So that is group coaching. So it's normally a group coming together, learning a set curriculum on a regular basis, and then sometimes that will include some live Q&As with the coach that is running this program. So that is group coaching. In terms of numbers, it could be anywhere from just 10 or tens of hundreds of hundreds of people, thousands of people. So in fact, the number of people that are in group coaching programs, it can actually be quite large, and I think that's probably one of the big differences between that and a mastermind. Whilst we're just talking about training, let's just briefly mention online training, because you do have online training courses as well. So I have these for the UKWP. So these are trainings that I've already recorded. They're loaded up on Teachable. It has a slideshow, it has the notes, so people are able just to go in whenever they want. The content is there for them. It's not drip fed, it's there available for them. They can just go in and learn, but there's no Q&As with me, there's no follow-ups with me. It is purely passive. It is purely there for them to teach themselves, but with what I have shared with them. So that is online courses. So normally no additional support is given unless this is an upgraded option. Okay, so then a mastermind. So what is a mastermind? I love masterminds. I'm going to tell you more about why in a minute. But a mastermind is where a group of individuals will come together to give advice and support to others, and also receive advice and support from others. Quite often it is for business. I'm concentrated mainly on business masterminds here. And the idea is the coach, so me in this instance, will be there, but we're facilitating it. So although we may give some training and give some advice and answer the questions and everything, the idea actually is that you support each other, because we all have different experiences. We've all had different challenges in our businesses and in life in general. The idea is that you share those experiences with each other so that it helps somebody else. So we are all able to learn from everyone else. Now, I don't know if you've heard this phrase before, but you are the average of the 5 people you spend your most time with. So if you don't have very supportive friends and family, which happens a lot in the entrepreneurial space, I find particularly with women businesses, their friends and family do not support them and they do not understand it at all. So how can you ensure that you are getting that support from others, from at least 5 people that are going to be supporting you and cheering you on with your business? And one way to do this is through a mastermind. So What does this normally include? I mean, it really varies. So in some instances, the coach won't give any training at all. So they don't do any training, and what they will do is just facilitate the calls or the meetings, and encourage you to help each other. So that's one way that it can work. Another way is that there will be regular calls where the coach will be answering questions, but also everyone jumps in and answers questions and supports each other. And sometimes there may be training given as well. There may be guest experts coming into the mastermind. There might be in-person days, in-person events. So I'm finding that masterminds are really evolving, because I think years ago it would very much be the coach wasn't facilitating and it would just be everyone supporting each other. But I feel that it's evolved somewhat now, where there is a little bit more structure to what is given in the mastermind, and that can only be a good thing, right? So that you are learning, but at the same time you've got the supportive community and the support from your peers and the support from the coach, which is what you need. So that kind of is, in a nutshell, what a mastermind is versus like group coaching, as an example. Now, my experience of masterminds, I've attended a couple of mastermind days, which have been brilliant. Loved these. You know, one of them I ended up just sobbing at the table because there were so many realizations come into mind. It was fun, I promise you, even though I was crying. And which is why I started hosting my mastermind days, so that will be back this year in 2023. I then attended I think a 6-month mastermind with my business coach at the time, and I loved it. And what I loved especially was that the people within that mastermind were also different. There was a graphic designer, there was a counsellor for teenagers who've experienced trauma, there was a fertility coach, there was a cake creator. We were all so different, and that is what was so special about it, because we all had different experiences in life and in business, but we were able to offer suggestions to each other. I think sometimes when you're just hanging out with the same people, you're just being given the same advice, whereas if you can mix it up with a passionate entrepreneurial group who are as excited about your growth as you are, it can be phenomenal for you and your growth, and that's why they work. So that is kind of what my experience is. I'm looking for a new mastermind to join this year, and I'll probably be attending a retreat towards the end of this year as well. So can't wait for that. So what are the benefits of a mastermind? A good mastermind will filter those that are coming to make sure that you've got a mix of different abilities. You don't actually want everybody at the exact same level. You need to have a little mix because that's where the power comes, when you have got that mix of personalities, of business types, of business experience and longevity. Now, I know for me, with my Create and Scale Mastermind, I won't have brand new businesses in it. I do need businesses that have already launched, that have already had clients, because otherwise I just don't feel it's going to be quite beneficial for them. So most coaches who run masterminds will have certain requirements. I know when I'm running my mastermind, I will have a certain mix. So I won't have too many people from the same category. As an example, I want to have a mix to ensure that we are all able to support each other and give advice to each other. So a mastermind is a community of individuals who are passionate about business, who are passionate about their growth, and they are willing to dedicate the time for that growth. And that is really important. They are fully committed into learning, they're fully committed into supporting other people with the growth of their business. That's really important. A mastermind isn't take. A mastermind, the power of a mastermind is from the giving. So it's the giving and not just taking. It's a two-way street. That's where you see the most benefits. The size will normally be smaller. So for my masterminds, I never want any more than 10 people in it. And the reason for that is if it gets too big, it's hard for you to then build those relationships up. It turns into a group coaching program. So the numbers will normally be much smaller. It will be more exclusive. You're able to build connections with each other far more closely than perhaps you could in a much larger program. And community over competition is huge, and you get to experience this firsthand and see how this can really benefit you. You'll see it play out, which is amazing. And just a reminder that you're going to know things that your masterminders don't, and that's why it works, because you might be teaching them on something. Maybe they don't know how to use Canva, but you use it daily, so you will highlight the benefits and you'll show them how to use it. But maybe you hate accounting and they have like a really good system or something, so they'll help you with that. So you're helping each other and sharing the ideas with each other. It's a sharing of minds, really. All the different minds coming together to make one big cauldron of minds of success. And that's why it really, really works. When I was designing, create and scale, I took a lot of time to think about how did I want it to work, because I'm a big believer in doing business in a way that feels integral, that really feels aligned, and I didn't want to do it the same way as everyone else. It didn't feel right to just facilitate. I wanted to do a little bit more. There's a reason why I'm a consultant, is because I'm very hands-on with my clients. So when I created Create and Scale, I wanted to include some one-to-one elements within it as well. And so and I am going to be tweaking it a little bit more going forward, but what this included was everybody got a one-to-one business review with me, and then a report after that. Everyone got an additional one-to-one call with me halfway through the 6 months. Everyone got the chance to attend an in-person strategy day, which they loved, by the way. We headed to the Renaissance Hotel at King's Cross, and it was amazing. So everyone, you get to do that in a beautiful setting and then map out. We were mapping out a year because we met in January. And then what I did is, from doing all the business reviews, I was able to determine, okay, where are the gaps in the learnings for the people that I've got in my mastermind? And then I devised a program of learnings that suited them. It was completely and utterly tailored to them. So I created trainings each month that were designed specifically for the growth that they all needed. And then we had also monthly connection calls as well. I'm actually going to be upping that next time round, so it's going to be more than monthly. And then we had a private Voxer group as well, and they loved that. The Facebook group, to be honest, wasn't really used, but the Voxer group, they were able just to ask questions. I was able to check in with them really easily, see if they're okay, give them the little reminders. And so the Voxer group definitely worked really, really well. And so what I ended up with was a bit of a blend in terms of the mastermind, where definitely I was facilitating, but there were trainings within it as well. I think masterminds are so powerful because it's not necessarily the training per se, it is the people that are in it, encouraging you, supporting you, holding you accountable, and that's the biggest thing, and that's the kick up the backside that you sometimes need. Not just me. It's not just me giving you that push. Others in the mastermind are giving you that push as well. And so that in a nutshell is what a mastermind is versus what group coaching is versus like online training courses. So my mastermind, I only host it twice a year. It's called Create and Scale. It is designed for wedding and creative businesses who are looking to scale their business to the next level. And it's a small group. It's never a big group. It is a small group. It's a blended mastermind, which means we will be doing the one-to-one calls, an in-person day, as well as all the online stuff that we'll be doing together as well. So if you are interested, down below is the waitlist. I will be opening doors shortly. Basically in April the doors will be opening, and then I won't open them again until the autumn, so about October time. We will take a little break in August because I am on a 2-week cruise in the middle of August. But if you want to learn more, pop your name down on the wait list or just get in touch with me via my many links below, and I'll be more than happy to answer the questions that you may have. But if you've been in a mastermind, tell me below, how did you find it? What did you love about it? And if you didn't like it, tell me why. I'd love to learn more. As a reminder, as always, it is a blog post for this, so the links are down below and that will take you directly over to the blog article itself. Until next time, take care everyone. Bye.